Hello Chocks and Chockettes, I'm in between, Chocolo Roberto here for another video review. This time we have the Jammie Dodger's Gooey Apple. Slime edition, does it say? Yes. Yes, I'm very excited about this one. I feel like I said it all the time, probably because I do. But I am very excited about this one. Yeah, it looks very very Halloween-y, like you'd say. But also I quite like the way it says, no nasty stuff, we're not monsters. So I think that's quite nice as well. So there's no artificial colours or preservatives, I think, is it just a bit. Well, it doesn't actually say that. That's how I took it actually, but but it says yeah, it says on the back, artificial colours, none. Yes, artificial flavours, nope. Artificial sweeteners, nah. GM ingredients, never. Hydrogenated fats, nada. Vegan friendly, yas or yas, you know you want to say it. So that's quite nice. Clearly, I think aimed at the younger generation. i.e. 2 generations below me, I think. But yeah, so there we go. So it's very nice. So I think I've reviewed other Jammie Dodgers before. I'm quite sure I have. Yeah, well, I've done about 670 reviews now, so it's easy for me to forget what I have and haven't reviewed. I did have some special editions to review, but I don't think I've actually got round to them. But I think I've done the regular ones. But either way, there'll be a link to a playlist in this corner of all my other reviews, so please check that out if you'd like to subscribe to my channel. Like my video and subscribe to the channel. It'd be hugely appreciated if you could. Yeah, and of course, if you're able to do so, I've got a Patreon and a YouTube member program going on as well. The member program gives you access to exclusive videos you otherwise wouldn't see me review, such as crisps, hot drinks, yeah, well, things, ice creams, cereals, stuff like that. So please check it out. It'd be hugely appreciated. It'd be great if you could support the channel that way. But either way, please like and subscribe and leave a comment over it. It's always great to hear from you too. Thanks so much. Okay, so yes, I'm very excited about this one. So basically, it's a sort of Halloween edition, I think you'd say, in all but name. Let's make it a bit slimy looking with the sort of the gooey apple flavour. So basically, Jammie Dodger's normally exactly the same as this, but they have like, I think it's a raspberry flavoured filling or strawberry, one or the other. I think it's raspberry, I think. Yeah, so what have we got calorie wise? I like the look of this actually. It's very beautifully laid out. I mean, it's so, I don't know, even the sort of like the ingredients and things on the back. Burton's biscuits, of course, it says. Yeah, it's just nicely laid out. Everything's quite bright, and even the text on the back looks all nice. And I don't know, it just seems to be easy to read. You know, the colour coordinated quite well. The front's the same. You know, it's kind of. It just reads and it just doesn't look busy. Even though it's very busy, it doesn't look busy. It just really is very well done, actually. It really stands out. Yeah, so suitable for children. It's got suitable for vegans as well. I've not seen that sign before, I don't think. There we go, yeah, that's very nice. Interesting. Yeah, so what's the official description? Does it have one? I don't think it does, actually. Usually, like, you know, basically it's, it should say... They give us one really. What it actually, I mean, obviously you can say it's gooey apple flavour Jammie Dodgers, but normally it kind of says like, I don't know, biscuit with apple filling or something like that, but it doesn't seem to say that. It's got sustainable palm, it says on the back. Vegetable oil, sustainable palm. I don't know what that means really. I don't know what makes palm sustainable. I think the fact that, well, it depends where you've got it from, I guess, but generally it's a bad thing, but I don't know what that means. Oh, here we go. We've got the shortcake biscuits with apple jam, it says. There we go. It's kind of a bit hard to see. It's just there at the top. Looks a bit intermingled. I mean, I was saying how pretty and well laid out it was. That's the only bit that isn't really, but never mind. I think it's just partly because it's been a bit squished. Yeah, I think it's been cut off actually slightly. Okay, well, never mind. But other than that, it's fine. Yeah, so it does have palm oil in it. It says it's sustainable though. I mean, make of that what you will. I don't really think the fact that it's used at all, I don't think, I don't know, I think it shouldn't be used basically. I think the fact that it is used is the problem, because where it's been used, it's replaced other crops or natural, you know, indigenous plants basically generally. And if it, you know, we have to assume that sustainable means that it hasn't done that, or it's, you know, or it's been offset somehow. But then if you offset something, is that really... I don't know. It's a grey area, that, and I would still assume that that's not a good thing, is the way I would look at it. I could be wrong though, but I would not really let them get away with that. But as I say, presumably it's better than non-sustainable palm either way. But there we go. If you're worried about palm oil and the palm's impact on the planet, of course. So yeah, so it says Burton's Biscuits Co. It's a trading name of Burton's Foods Limited. So it says, who's gonna send through their comments, questions or suggestions? So on who, it's ooze. I hope you can see that. Hopefully you can. Quite nice. So I got the way they've gone all out with this sort of, yeah, slimy things. It says, store in a cool, dry place away from strong light and slime wasters. Once open, store in an airtight container. So it's obviously instead of time wasters, if for those you were familiar with that expression. So yeah, it's quite nice, isn't it? And I think they look very nice as well. Even though they're sort of like a slime edition, they still look, you know, I don't know, maybe they could have made it a bit more scary rather than the heart. I think you could argue that maybe more effort could be made other than just the sensor being changed, but I think Jammie Dodgers are synonymous with having that sort of heart sensor, so swings and roundabouts. But I think they could have perhaps made it a bit more, you know, maybe like the... Well, he's got a heart for an eye, this slime monster thing, so maybe they've tried to sort of like explain it with that, but I don't know, maybe you could have had it like his face or something. But obviously it's a cost-saving thing where they've just used a different sensor basically, so I guess it's fair enough. Alright, well, yeah, I think it looks very nice. There's obviously some flourishes here either side, you know, but there's a tray in there as well. I think this, how much does it say is in here? Roughly 8 servings per packet, it says, and 1 biscuit is a serving. Yeah, per serving 1 biscuit, 78 calories, 2.5 grams of fat, 1.2 of which are saturates. Okay, very impressive. Looks very nice. We should give it an open. Let's do it. Let's give it an open. Let's go. Let's give these Jammie Dodgers Slime Edition an open with gooey apple flavour. There we go. A bit yeah, interesting. So let's give them. Yeah, let's do it. There are some flourishes here. You just notice actually the colour code. Usually it's all that CMYK stuff, isn't it? But this one's all green, so I quite like that. That's quite nice. Hopefully you can see that. I'm sure if you can, I can't see what you can see, but yeah, hopefully you can see it. There's like dots or whatever. Here. Yeah. Okay, right. Obviously there's some blacks and greys over there. Goodness, I don't really know what they're used for. I did know at one point, I did see it somewhere. I think it's used to basically so you can, it's like a, to check the colours are being printed correctly, I think, but I'm not sure. I know they do it on newspapers and things. Okay, well some of them have stayed in the packet. You can say there's not many there. So there we go. So it does pretty much fit the tray almost perfectly, I think you'd say. I know there were some flourishes on the side, but I think that's pretty much, pardon the pun, jam-packed. I think we can let them off that. I mean, obviously, as I say, the packet is a lot longer, you know, than you could probably fit another 2 biscuits in there, really, almost. But not quite. I don't know. It's touch and go. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think we could probably. Yeah, I don't know. It's some swings. I think yeah, you could probably fit 2 more biscuits in there. Really. Measure the biscuits from end to end. About 22.2 centimeters. And the wrapper. I say it's not. You know, it's been flattened a bit. It's about 28.2. And each biscuit's about 5.5 centimeters. Yeah, so you could have fit. We could have fit another 2 biscuits in here. Obviously with the length. I mean, it's yeah. So that's where the flush is totally extended though, and it weren't really like that. So I don't know. I don't know what to make of that really. It's always the case with these sort of non-typical biscuit boxes though, where they're not stacked horizontally, they're stacked like in piles like this and things. You always tend to get a bit of a yeah, I don't know, a lot of wasted space in there. But I mean, it didn't look that bad on the outside, but on the inside you can tell. So yeah, okay. There we go. It's quite a nice smell coming from these actually. This one's got a bit of goo. It's coming out from the top. That's why because it's stuck from the bottom there. So it's a bit disappointing. Don't know how that's happened actually, but it has. You can see this is what the are essentially. Yeah, they look very nice, don't they? Plain on the bottom, of course. The biscuit's quite nice here. It does definitely taste a bit better than the ones you get in like the Family Circle biscuit selection and things. These ones, they're kind of like the biscuit on those is not as good. But yeah, I would say on a couple of these the slimes come through. That's a good one, even though yeah. So this one even has a bit of slime around the edge as well. Yeah, all right. Yeah, so let's give them a measure then. Yeah, this one has as well. They've all kind of. The bottom one's slime's gone through to the top of the underside of the top one. Which is a bit of a shame. Let's give them a measure then. So they're roughly in diameter, we said it before, didn't we, I think? About 5.2 centimetres. Height, about 1.1. Yeah. Okay, and you can see, as I say, there's a jam sent in. They're quite hard to separate these actually. We'll give it an attempt. If I can do it. It's a very stuck down, so let's see if we can do it. I can't easily do it. Yeah, you see the really, yeah, see jam shut, so you can see. Yeah, I can't easily do it. So that's quite a good sign, isn't it? This means they're filled with like the jam, the goo in the centre. So you can see that it's not around the edges though. You can see where it is. It's just around the centre part. So you get a bit of space where it's not there, and you can see there is a design underneath as well, which is quite interesting. And it's different on the top. So there is a design on the top of the bottom biscuit, but you never see that really. I think it's probably just to have a well in the middle. See if we can somehow get the jam off. So we can have a look. Okay, there we go. So you can see there. You can see there's not all the way through, but there's plenty of it, and you can see how it's come off. Big gooey mess. Here, hopefully you can see that. Yeah, so there's a lot of jam there. I think that's quite an acceptable amount. It's a shame it doesn't go from the edge to edge, but there's a lot there on the knife. Very sticky. Yeah, there's definitely a lot there, more than you would have expected. It's not just a heart in the centre, but even so, it doesn't go edge to edge, which is a bit disappointing. You can see there, that's basically what it does in that circle. So if I measure that circle roughly, I can't press on it because I want to get my ruler. It's about 3.5 centimetres in diameter, that. Maybe 3.4. Yeah. Alright, well, that's very nice. Looks very, let's say, gooey. That's, yeah. I've got some snot all over my fingers now, but never mind. Yeah, that's, you see, look, yes, not very pleasant. That's the idea, isn't it? Kids would love that. Okay, let's give it a taste. Let's give it a taste. Okay, let's give these Jammie Dodger's Gooey Apple Flavour Slime Editions a taste. So, yes, so see there, if we read that, with just a slime edition. Yeah, just that. Right, so I've got a dissected one before, but we'll taste the whole one here. So, yeah. Okay, let's do it. Let's give it a taste. The biscuit's very soft, very shortbready like, I think. As it say, shortcake biscuits. Yeah. The apple's very much well, the centre is very appley actually. It does taste a bit like the apple you get in, say, a Mr. Kipling apple sort of, well, not apple pie, but apple crumbly type. You know, those little cakes they do, those apple ones. It does taste like that. Yeah. Not too bad, really. I think there's quite a lot of prominent biscuit though. So the problem with Jammie Dodgers generally, there is a lot more biscuit than there is the sort of, you know, because the apple doesn't sort of go from edge to edge like it's, you can see in this dissection I've done here. You do taste a lot of biscuit more than you would probably like. I think I prefer to taste more of the apple, but you know, I've got a section here. But it's nice, it's not too bad actually. I'll say it's very much of an apple taste. It does taste, I'll say, lightly reminiscent of the sort of apple you get in the Mr. Kipling cakes, you know, those I'll say apple pies, whatever they're called, the mini ones that's mince pies sized. Let's give us a bit of a dunk in a hot coffee here, see if that makes any odds. Softens the biscuit, of course. I think it's probably, you know, I think most biscuits do taste better when dunked in a hot drink, but this one, obviously, does perhaps take away from the apple taste. So a mixed bag as to whether that really improves the taste or not. I think most biscuits do generally taste nicer, but I think one such as this or regular Jammie Dodgers, perhaps maybe no. Just purely because the coffee does intercept with or interact, or you know, counterbalance or whatever, how you want to say it, with the apple taste. I've got this, let's say, this dissection one. Let's taste this like that now. Yeah. It tastes nicely of apple, and I think it's a good, as I say, Halloween-y type product, because I think it does look like slime or snot or whatever you want to say. You know, kids would probably love playing with this, wouldn't they? And you know, yeah. yeah, I think I think it's pretty successful, really. It's quite tasty. It does taste of apple. It's not just like one of the other ones you get where they change the middle of the flavour. You know, maybe in Jaffa Cake something where it doesn't really taste quite as good as the original was prominent, or the flavour's a bit more subdued. This one really does taste a prominent apple. Yeah, I think this is a good success, really. I think it looks the part. The packaging is really nice, as I mentioned before. It looks very distinct, very clear, even though it's quite busy. It's quite distinct and clear. I think it looks good. There's plenty of sense of it. It's very I said there's no artificial colours apparently. It does taste of apple, albeit perhaps that sort of mistakenly apple pie taste. But yeah, I'm impressed with these. I think there's probably too much biscuit still. It does sort of mean it's harder to taste the apple because there's so much biscuit. And I think that's just a general problem with Jammie Dodgers. But the biscuit's not unpleasant, but nonetheless it's not really flavoured. And I'd prefer it if it was edge to edge, with the middle, rather than just a big dollop in the middle. But nonetheless, it is quite a big sort of centre to it, and a lot of biscuits do that anyway. They don't quite go edge to edge with the centre, with the middle. But I think this one would definitely benefit because the biscuit's quite large. Quite prominent, But yeah, I think for me, a 4 out of 5. I like it. I think it really hits the brief. I think it looks really good. It's a good Halloween product. Kids would love, pretend it's snot and things, I imagine, and doing crazy things with it. And it looks the part. It tastes nice. It tastes of apple as well, and I think it's really good. Yeah, 4 out of 5, definitely. So the only problem with it being is I think there's just too much biscuit to filling, and I think it's just a bit too plain. But it is a nice biscuit, but it's just a bit too much. I think it just needs more filling, I think, I would say. But that's my problem with Jammie Dodgers generally. I think I think just more filling is required, I would say. But 4 out of 5, still a lovely product, and definitely, as I say, really good Halloween product, definitely. I think kids would really love it, and it's definitely plays up to it. Unlike sort of Cadbury's Gooey or whatever, which you'd think should have green slime in them or whatever, but don't, and it's really disappointing in that, but this one definitely hits the brief, I'd say. 4 out of 5. Okay guys, so if you enjoyed that review, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Patreon if you can, and as I say, check out the membership program on YouTube as well. Really great if you could support me there. Leave a comment for free as always, and I always reply. It's great to hear from you, it really is, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching guys, take care, bye for now, happy Halloween. See ya.